Welcome everybody to the November open mic at Café Fénix. I'm Jana and I will be your host. Missing my co-host Tommy, who can't make it tonight but is wishing us well. Our theme for this month is gratitude, and we are very grateful to you all for being part of this virtual gathering. Thank you for your presence. Before we get started, some housekeeping. You can turn on your microphone and your camera by using the icons on the bottom left corner of your screen. Please turn your mic off during performances and on to celebrate and applaud for performers in between. Please show up in the spaces you feel comfortable, be it with your camera off or on, and know that if you miss any performance or want to see any again, we will post a recording of tonight on our YouTube page in the next few days. You can message me at any point during the event to sign up. Some folks have already signed up for the open mic using our Sign Up Genius page, but know that you can also sign up as we go along. For those of you attending for the first time, Café Fénix is a branch of Centro San Bonifacio, which is a cooperative nonprofit that serves the community in Belmont Cragen and Logan Square in a variety of ways. Currently, the Promotores de Salud are working on a community education project around COVID. They are collecting data on what information people have around COVID prevention and sharing resources. Mauricio and Adriana are facilitating daily art and social emotional learning classes for youth. Chelly, Marina, and Maria are maintaining the beautiful Café Fénix and preparing food and beverages for pickup Monday through Friday, taking orders by phone and online. And myself, Tommy, Claire, Laura, Hector, and Prasanna make up Café Fénix, the Café Fénix open mic team, working on growing the event. So if any of you are interested in collaborating on this project, please reach out. You are welcome to join in on the fun. As a final note, before I pass things over to Claire, I want to give a hearty shout out to the awesome team of folks who make up Centro San Boni. Marina, Marta, Lori, Chayo, Chelly, Maddie, Elsa, Olga, Alejandra, Adriana, and Mauricio, who make all the different programs at Centro San Boni possible. We appreciate you, and I'm going to pass the mic to Claire. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. So happy to have all of you here on the call with us. I see some faces, new faces that have been here before. So just really grateful to be here with all of you. One thing that I wanted to do before we started out this open mic is just have a little moment of grounding. So that we can come together and center ourselves in this space. We all, sorry, that's my dog. We all obviously have had different days and are going through different things, and yeah, just want us to kind of get comfortable in this space and get ready to have a wonderful time. So what this looks like for me generally is a little bit of stillness, but you can just take a moment to kind of get comfortable, whether that means sitting in your chair, getting comfortable in your chair, or pushing things aside to really get comfortable in the space. You can feel free to straighten your back and maybe broaden your shoulders. For some of you, this might mean closing your eyes. I recommend that everybody take a deep breath in at this point. Maybe for you right now, what this means is reflecting on your day thus far, or perhaps in light of our theme tonight, gratitude, you reflect on one or two, maybe three things that you're thankful for during this time. Just take another breath. Maybe for you this means feeling where your body's at tonight. Just one more deep breath in. Okay, maybe one more. Let's do a third. Why not? We're here already. And on your exhale, get ready to open your eyes at the speed that is good for you. just get ready to get back into this space. I'm so excited to be here with all of you tonight. Thank you so much for making time and space in your days, especially during this this holiday weekend. So yeah, thanks for being here, and looking forward to being a part of this.
Thank you so much, Claire. That was really needed.
Yeah. In this time, I'll just pass it over to my wonderful friend Jana, who is gonna perform a little number for us.
Yahoo! Yeah, I'm gonna start us off with "On the Sunny Side of the Street." You may have heard the song before, but maybe this will be your first time hearing it on the xylophone. Tried to get it in here, but maybe you'll just see my torso and the mallets. Okay. Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worries on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear a pitter-pat? And that happy beat is your step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with my blues on parade. But now I'm not afraid. This rover's crossed over. If I never had a cent, I'd be rich as I could ever want to be. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. On the sunny side of the street. On the sunny side. On the sunny side of the street. On the sunny side of the street. That is my song. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. And I'm so happy to see people joining in on the call. Thank you for being here and celebrating this gratitude that we should feel all year round, but it's nice to take a moment to celebrate it on this November evening. I'm going to invite Claire and Laura to hop on into our virtual stage and share some music with us, please.
Awesome. So Laura and I are gonna sing a little tune called Aguas de Marçal. It is a Brazilian song. Laura, do you want to say a little bit about the lyrics, what the song is about?
I'm actually not sure what I'm speaking like.
Yeah, well,
I think it's about like springtime, and life. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's in Portuguese, so but there are English versions. Yeah. In English, it's called Waters of March.
Yeah. Cool. We'll just go ahead.
Yeah.
How's it sound? Is it good?
É uma planta brilhando, um tijolo chegando, só por libertar, sem a cor, quando tá, vem ficar, vai lá, vai lá. Eu faço meu ponto, está na barra, eu questiono, na luz da manhã, são as águas de mar, vou fechando o verão, a promessa de vida no teu coração.
Feel free to join in with the hand waving. This is an open invitation.
É uma cobra, uma é clara, é um espinho no mar, é um curtinho são as águas de março, fechando o verão, a promessa de vida no teu coração. É a pedra, é o fim do caminho, onde eu estou de novo, é um corpo sozinho, é um passo no monte, é uma sábua marrom, é uma fermentação, são as águas de março, fechando o verão, a promessa de vida no teu coração. Pau, pedra, rio, estou, fogo, rio, água, vidro, pica, uma noite, bosque, aço, sol, são as águas de março, fechando o verão, a promessa de vida no teu coração. Para a vida, para a vida, para a vida, para a vida,
Yay, thanks for having us, y'all.
Great job, Claire and
Yes,
Laura.
thank you for listening.
And Claire, do you need any time before moving into your next bit?
No, I'm good. I can just jump right in actually. Cool. So I'm gonna be doing a couple of things tonight. I'm going to be reading a passage from a book and sharing some poetry, both non-original and original. So tonight I'm going to be starting with a passage from a book called Braiding Sweet Grass. It's written by a woman named Robin Wall Kimmerer, who is part of the Ojibwe tribe, and she is a professor of botany as well. And the book is called Braiding Sweet Grass, Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, and the Teaching of Plants. So I highly recommend to everybody to read this. It's really grounding during this time, and to share it with somebody else when you're done. So this is in light of our theme tonight, gratitude. Today, my house is full of baskets, and my favorites are pigeons. In them, I can hear John's voice, can hear the dunk, 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 and can smell the swamp. They remind me of the years of a tree's life that I hold in my hands. What would it be like, I wondered, to live with that heightened sensitivity to the life given for ours? To consider the tree in the Kleenex and the algae in the toothpaste, the oaks in the floor, the grapes in the wine, to follow back the thread of life in everything and pay it respect. Once you start, it's hard to stop, and you begin to feel yourself awash in gifts. I open the cupboard, a likely place for gifts. I think, I greet you, jar of jam, you glass who once was sand upon the beach, washed back and forth and bathed in foam and seagull cries, but who are formed into glass until you once again return to the sea. And you, berries, plumped in your Juneness, now in my February pantry. And you, sugar, so far from your Caribbean home. Thanks for making the trip. In that awareness, looking over the objects on my desk, the basket, the candle, the paper, I delight in following their origins back to the ground. I twirl a pencil, a magic wand lath from incense cedar, between my fingers. The willow bark and the aspirin, even the metal of my lamp asked me to consider its roots in the strata of the earth. But I notice that my eyes and my thoughts pass quickly over the plastic on my desk. I hardly give the computer a second glance. I can muster no reflective moment for plastic. It is so far removed from the natural world, I wonder if that's the place where the disconnection began. The loss of respect, when we could no longer see easily the life within the object. And yet, I mean no disrespect to the diatoms and marine invertebrates who 200 million years ago lived well and fell to the bottom of an ancient sea, where under great pressure of a shifting earth, they became oil that was pumped from the ground to a refinery, where it was broken down and then polymerized to make the case of my laptop or the cap of the aspirin bottle. But being mindful in the vast network of hyper-industrialized goods really gives me a headache. We weren't made for this sort of awareness. We've got work to do. But every once in a while, with a basket in mind or a peach or a pencil, there is that moment when the mind and spirit open to all the connections, to all the lives and our responsibility to use them well. And just in that moment, I can hear John Pigeon say, "Slow down. It's 30 years of a tree's life you got in your hands. Don't you owe it a few minutes to think about what you'll do with it?" Yay, cool. So that was a reading from Burning Sweetgrass. Shout out to my friend Brian who gave me that one. Now I'm gonna, sorry, I'm searching for shit. Okay, now I'm gonna share some poems that a wonderful friend shared on her story recently. This wonderful friend is on the call tonight. And I think that, during these times, it's really, for a lot of us, it may feel easy to feel ungrounded. Just a lot is unpredictable right now. And so these poems have made me feel grounded and find that sense of stillness, I guess. This was shared by someone on Instagram named Morgan Harper Nichols, and some of her stuff is great. So one is just like constant train of thought, and the other one is a poem. So, some things take time. Some things take years before you see how it comes together. But the more you can remember the wholeness of it all, the more you will find that despite your unknowing, the grass, the trees, and the creatures throughout this vast landscape are still growing. And somehow, through it all works together, and you too are part of that. And it's okay if it takes time to see this. Wisdom is gathered over years, not minutes. Trust its slowness. Trust its thoroughness. All right, that was the first one. This is also from the same Instagram person. Even here in the gaps where the unknowing leaves you restless, remember that the wisdom your soul longs to gather takes time. Slow down. Look around. What are you meant to learn here? Where is action required? Where is stillness required? Wrestle with these questions a lifetime. For in between where you are and where you feel you should be, there is endless, boundless peace. And a grace-line permission that whispers at midnight, I am free to live fully without knowing everything. Cool. So those are the two pieces from Instagram, and then I've just got one that's in the same kind of light of those two poems that I wrote myself. Earlier in the summer, I took a trip to West Virginia with two really great friends of mine. And this poem is a product of that trip. The tentative name for this poem is Country Road. I've been on a road to self-betterment. Every day is a new opportunity to remind myself of all the things I'm doing right. I work to uncover and unearth the wound up and tangled roots of my mind. Under layers of sensitive soil, they are nurtured and kept warm. My brain, in search for occupation, grips these earthly wires for universal truths on how to exchange with the challenging questions I entertain. And yet, a recent voyage to an unfamiliar land spoke as an old friend that had visited me before. Amidst the motions of everyday life, this kind and wise friend is lost in my internal gusts of wind. Though somehow the trail of West Virginia's mountain maze paralleled my search for reason. Within this beauty of natural creations that makes life an abundant being, muddy paths suck my feet in. Branches whip my face as we make our way through the trees, leaving scratches, while my cells and fibers snap into action and work tirelessly until I am healed. The ongoing friction on my feet are requisite to continue these long-lasting lesions and blisters on my heels and toes. And yet, this is the path I'm meant to be on. And if I scream and wrestle in resistance, I'm missing the point. Why are we on this path in the first place? Because this land and spiritual space is beautiful. And despite the mud, sharp branches, and temporary wounds, it is beautiful. We grow and become wiser with every step and advancement on our paths. Wishing the way was different, free from missteps and confusion, or rushing through to an envisioned land, is to miss the secret whispers of the wind, the beauty that already lies within. Cool.
Everything I've ever known is wrong. Oh, what's the matter with me? Did I even want it? That's how it had to be. Oh, bouncing off the wall. How did I get how I'm so free? Feel so good. You can be anything, but not better than the last baby. You can be anything,
And we're just gonna end that train wreck right there. Thank you guys so much. That was my first time doing anything like that. I'm gonna turn off my camera, my microphone, and hide away forever. Love you all so much. Thanks.
That was so great!
Too.
I'd like to share a little musical thought, just like a little bit of guitar.
We love that. Thank you, Josh.
Yay!
Okay, here we go. Let me know if you can hear me. Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, following Claire's lead, I'll follow some poetry. If you guys don't mind.
Beautiful.
I mean, it's not mine, but it's just like, it seems like a very poetic kind of night, I guess. But it's by Ruskin Bond, called The Window. So I mean, here it goes. So I came in the spring and took the room on the roof. It was a long, low building which housed several families. The roof was flat, except for my room and a chimney. I didn't know whose room owned the chimney, but my room owned the roof, and from the window of my room, I owned the world. So I don't know. It's just like I don't know. I thought it was like getting very trapped at our houses. It seems like life is passing by, but yeah. At least we have a window, I guess.
I'm gonna share something following.
Yay!
I was trying to find something cute on my Instagram because I did not prepare anything. And it kind of follows the energy of like, we're stuck in our houses and things are feeling very mundane. But maybe we can find some sort of inspiration. So here goes. You gotta start romanticizing your life. You gotta start believing that your morning commute is fun and cute. That every cup of coffee is the best you've ever had. That even the smallest and most mundane things are exciting and new. You have to, because that's when you start truly living. That's when you look forward to every day. Don't really know how to do that, but like I like the idea of finding the little things deep and fun and exciting.
What was the name of that poem? Can you share it in the chat? Ooh, mute.
We can't hear you. You're muted.
You're muted. You're
Whoops.
muted.
Sorry, I'm new to Zoom. I'm just kidding. I'm not new to Zoom. It's like on the Wild Feminine Instagram account. I'll just share the Instagram, but the person who wrote it, I don't think they like shared that. Yeah.
You could share the gratitude video I made.
Hey, that's a great idea. Do you have it pulled up? Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, let me just, I don't have it pulled up. I can search for it really quickly. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I just started a YouTube channel and I just like made a video about gratitude. So, all right, I'm gonna make it full size because why not?
I looked at myself in the mirror one day and I just couldn't recognize myself. Hi, my name is Laura and this is how gratitude cured my anxiety. I looked at myself in the mirror one day and I just couldn't recognize myself. And in photos of me during that time, I just look sad, I look gray, I look not myself, and I'm normally a really bubbly person. I was working too much in a place where I wasn't appreciated. I was around too many toxic people. I didn't feel like I had a community. I would get knots in my stomach, I would sweat profusely, and I felt like I was going crazy. Then I decided to talk to a therapist, and it was a huge weight off my chest. I felt like I had somebody to talk to. And my therapist told me about a study that had been done by 2 professors. They had one group of students write about things that they were grateful for during the week. The second group of students wrote about things that irritated them and bothered them during the week. And the third group of students wrote about things that affected them during the week. They could have been both positive and both negative. After about 10 weeks, those who wrote about gratitude were more optimistic and they felt better about their lives. Surprisingly, they also exercised more and had fewer trips to the doctor. My therapist told me to give it a try. So each morning I would wake up and write 3 things that I was grateful for before I even started my day. Then, at work, when I was feeling overwhelmed and anxious to be around toxic people, I would take a break and journal at least 3 things that I was grateful for. I tried to list different things each time I journaled, and after a few weeks, I did start to let the small things go, and I stopped being so irritated at every little thing. I felt lighter and I could stand up for myself more. I also had more mental clarity. It wasn't a cure to all of my problems, but I can for sure say that gratitude journaling changed my life for the better, and I've been doing it for years now, and I always recommend it to people who are going through a tough time, who are struggling with mental health and stress. There is always something that we can be grateful for, and I hope that you give gratitude journaling a try, and I'm glad I could share my story with you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you for sharing, Laura.
Oh, sure.
It is awesome to try gratitude journaling. I find that video really inspiring, and you should know that Laura is releasing a video every week, so make sure
Yes,
to
I do.
watch out for those.
I'll send the link in the chat, so hold on.
Alright, give me a thumbs up if you can hear the trumpet. We're done here.
Amazing!
Do y'all know that song? Does anybody know what the song is?
It's Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Yeah. Yeah, ding ding ding. We need one of Laura's bings. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I forgot about the part that was like, what a wonderful world. That part in there, beautiful.
Thanks for hosting, Jana. Thanks to all the beautiful people who shared and came to have a little fun.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes, enjoy your evening. We will see you in December.
Good night,
Thanks
everyone.
for
Bye.
hosting.
Of course. Good night.
Bye, everybody.